In this video, I want to talk about top professional bodybuilders who, after taking heroin, crack cocaine, drugs, going to prison, being homeless, losing everything, who did they cry out to? Not the pastors, not the church organization. They cried out to Jesus. And guess what? They were set free. They went to the right source for healing and they were delivered. Because if you ever watched the movie Leap of Faith, starring Dean Martin, about a fake evangelical preacher who goes around making money off fake healings, etc. And in the end, people were getting deceived, they were parting with their money, and this child wanted to be healed. And the sister says, look, you're all charlatans. You're building up people's hope. And in the end, no one is healed. The boy totally ignored the preachers, totally ignored the fake prophets, and the boy went straight to the cross at the front of the church, straight to the cross. He ignored everybody around him. And slowly and eventually, he began to walk. Why? He ignored the church pastors, quote unquote. He ignored all the fake faith healers, and he put his eyes on Jesus. And for that, he got healed. Everybody else, they put it in their fake faith healers. You know, or they were here worshiping them, and as a result, nothing happened. But this child, and the Bible says, come as a child. These bodybuilders, they were broken. But I think Lee Haney have always been a Christian, from what I know. But Franco and others, you know, who were taking drugs on heroin, became homeless. And you know something? Cried out. Had nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Now they've lost everything on the streets. And they cried out, Jesus, please help me. Please help me. You know, you're my last chance. And you know something? Without fail, I must make more videos like this, to be honest. Because you know, the reason why our prayers are not being answered is because we put our trust in the wrong source. We put our trust in organizations, in people, in corrupt flesh and blood. And as a result, we go in sick and we leave sicker than what we came in as. We go in sickly and we leave with leprosy. That's how sinful these organizations are. But they cried out. They cried out. And you know something? Unanimously, their prayers were answered because they went to the author of life, the giver of life. The Bible says, you know, I am a jealous God. What did we do? This is some of the way that Joel Austin and T.D. Jakes are worshipped. Creflo Dollar are worshipped. You look at some of the things that people do in Africa to their pastors, sexual things. That's because they worship them, or you wouldn't be doing it. And you wonder why your prayers are not being answered. When you go to the source, the author of life, and you acknowledge it, and don't look at your pastor and stop worshiping them, you will notice a miracle happen in your life too. These bodybuilders, it's only by, quote unquote, it's only by accident that I came across this story, and I thought, you know something, it's positive. Okay, I know my channel seems to be gritty. It's why nobody subscribes. It's gritty. But I thought, yeah, that's something I like to cover, but with my personality. And that is, stop looking at the organization. Stop looking at your denomination. Stop looking at tribalism. And look, like that boy did, look at the cross. Focus on it. When the bodybuilder cried out in pain, you know, he was on crack. He was homeless, lost everything. He had nothing to lose. And he was delivered. He was delivered. Because he didn't say, let me go and find, you know, T.D. Jakes, the same T.D. Jakes that was mock praying over some LGBTQ. That's how he values you. T.D. Jakes, that's how he values you. He mocks all these prayers. You know, well, I won't go into that. I'll make a second video regarding it. The man's a con man. And that's the reason why you're not getting genuine healing, because you're worshipping flesh and blood. These bodybuilders, they went straight to the cross. Like this young boy did. Totally ignored the drama, the circus show, the razzmatazz, the smoke screen. Totally ignored it. And he went with his crutches and he just looked at the cross. Leap of faith, leap of faith. When I saw that movie, you know, years ago, it really changed my life. It only confirms why I never did trust the church as an organization. Never. You know, there are not too many pastors who are atheists but making money preaching from, quote unquote, the Bible. You know, they can't perform miracles because they're con men. If you can't produce miracles, you've got to be a con man. You can't claim that you're closer to God than anybody else, and you can't even heal a broken toenail. Something is wrong. But when your mind is shut off or blinkered, and you continue pouring your money, you know, but these bodybuilders, they went straight to the cross, straight to it. Lee Hanley is blessed with good health. Blessed with good. Why? He put God first. And it's interesting, all the bodybuilders that has become Christians seem to live healthier than those who do not. Those who don't become Christians end up dying in their 30s because of steroids, overdose and things like that. You know, it's very interesting. But I thought it's a good, positive video. Keep your eyes focused in the right direction, and you will see healing come into your life. Stop worshiping your pastor and see what happens.